Let's talk Sharknado 3 because at the end of July, the latter half, the third is coming up. Give us a synopsis of the whole thing.
Okay, sharks
Yeah.
in tornadoes.
Does it get better?
It doesn't.
When you, so you've done all three, is that right?
I have.
When you read the first script, I don't know how the glitz and the glamour, your life works, but you get a script. I imagine on your desk, and it's a huge mahogany desk. What first thought when you read the script? What were you thinking?
I thought, well, halfway through the script,
Yeah.
I already started to balk because I felt that there were so many holes in the script,
Yeah.
story-wise, that were left to be filled by visual effects, that I just really had my doubts. When you're working in a low-budget format, especially on a science fiction project, it really makes you wonder. You're not going to be working on a James Cameron level
It's true, yeah.
picture.
You're not on the Titanic like so.
I was concerned that I would be working more on a Sid and Marty Krofft type of a set. And for those of your viewers who don't remember, there used to be this series called Land of the Lost, and it was kind of like claymation with Sleestak and Sigmund and the Sea Monster, where there were just people running around in suits. So I kind of felt that this might not be the best project to propel my career forward.
But
When I expressed my feelings to my wife, who was in the room with me, holding my daughter Mia in her arms and Penna still in her stomach, she very quickly reminded me that I need to go to work.
yeah,
You need to go to work.
it's all about the paycheck.
Well, as a husband and a father, I'm also a provider. And I'm so fortunate to be an actor. I'm so lucky to be able to do what I love to do that I forget sometimes that I do this for a living, to sustain myself. But now it's not just me, it's my family. So I realized, gosh, she's right. I really have to do this. I needed to do it because in early January, all the quotas reset and I get my health insurance from my unions. And having a baby expected in April, I needed to cover my tracks. I needed to make sure I was protected. So begrudgingly, I accepted the offer to do Sharknado, and I never told anyone about it because I expected it to go right to DVD or maybe be seen on TV and just disappear, so I never did any press. And when the movie aired and exploded, no one was more surprised than me. I was in shock because the response wasn't just here in the United States, it was global. I did press for 4 months after that, and it's a TV movie.
You never
It's a
did that.
TV movie.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy opened within a week or two after Sharknado aired, and it did $90 million. I can't imagine what Sharknado would bring in if it was a feature film. There's already a built-in audience.
Well, that's what Sharknado 4 is for.
Well, anything's possible, but because it's a sci-fi project, because it's an NBC Universal film, TV movie, it's likely to stay in the television medium.
You know what's fascinating, though? There's something to be said. You think about film nowadays, these huge, big effects. That they can translate to TV, I think, says a lot. Like, you can pull this all off on TV these days, and it's an amazing thing, and it opens the whole world of acting up again, I think.
It changes acting quite a bit. And the technology changes so drastically. When you first saw Jurassic Park, the first one, so many years ago, it was astonishing. The characters, the creatures, they were so real. Well, that technology becomes antiquated very quickly, and it gets passed down. The license to buy that technology becomes cheaper, so it becomes more available to the lower budgeted films. Well, in Sharknado 1, we used the technology that we could afford. In Sharknado 2, again, the technology had changed, so we were able to bump it up a little bit because the VFX artists were able to use greater technology that had become accessible. And in Sharknado 3, it gets even better. It's still not on par with what we're seeing today, these $100 million blockbusters. But it's a lot better than what we've ever seen from a TV movie. And the line kind of gets blurred between what the production value is on TV to what you see in major motion pictures.
Now, we're running a little low on time. My last question deals with, as an actor, it's difficult enough to do the face-to-face. When you're supposed to respond, like you get the script and you read it, and there's a lot of holes in a script like that because it's like, it starts to rain sharks. And so you can't visualize these things because it's just like in parentheses, raining sharks. As an actor, though, how do you do that when there's so much CGI and there's so many special effects? Is it weird reacting to something that's not necessarily there?
It is, but you have to trust your director. He knows the vision. It's his story that he's telling. So when he tells you need to run through this parking lot and there are sharks raining down on you, so be careful where you step, avoid things, pitch and dodge. But for me, I didn't necessarily trust the visual effects artists. If I make a broad sweeping move, they can't animate in a guppy. They have to match my action to make what becomes a reaction plausible. And when I saw what they were able to do in the first one, like, oh, okay, they didn't
trust it.
My trust, I gained a level of trust. So in the second movie, knowing that if I just sweep something out of the sky, they're going to paint in something to make it plausible. So in the second one, I was all over the place. I was batting things out. I was throwing punches, and the VFX artist came over and said, "Hey, thanks for giving me something to work with."
It's a great balance. It's a back and forth.
But now I understand. And in Sharknado 3, we had so many cameos, and people don't understand. You know, if they're going to get taken out, I would get in their ear a little bit. Anthony would do his job. The director, Anthony C. Ferrante, would do his job and set up the shot and get in the actor's ears a little bit. But I'd pull these people aside and say, just understand, I want you to have a beautiful death. So if you just go back, then the shark's just going to take you out. We're not going to see it. Rick Fox has an incredible cameo, the basketball player.
Yeah.
He's such a great guy. Where he's one of the president's guards. And I said, Rick, don't just go out, because they'll just wipe you out.
You have one chance to go out.
Yeah, you gotta fight the shark.
You gotta punch a couple of sharks.
So he did. He threw a couple punches and thrashed a little bit and then went out. So I can't wait to see the way he goes out.
I can't wait to see shark punching going on. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. If there is a Sharknado 4, and there will be, I would like to punch a shark. Just
you know what?
Just one shark.
Come to set, bring some money for
All right,
bribes.
whatever it costs. I want to punch a shark.